Hello students, a very good morning to all of you. Today we will see the components of cloud computing. Then we will study about the reference model where we see the cloud infrastructure and various layers which is present in that infrastructure. As well as we will study the different service models, different deployments model. So service model consists of your software as a service, platform as a service, and your infrastructure as a service. Okay, and we will also see the deployment models like your public, private, community, virtual cloud, and hybrid cloud. Okay, so these components in the cloud refers to the platform like your front end and the back end and cloud based delivery and the network that used. Okay, so how we access the cloud service? By the help of the internet, that you know. Okay, so this is the medium. This internet is the medium. Okay, because of that region we can say the cloud is the metaphor for internet. Okay, so here the client infrastructure, in this client infrastructure, that is the front end, and this is the back end. You see application service, cloud runtime, source storage, infrastructure, management, security जो provide कर, that is the back end में provide किया जाता है. So this front end is the client part of the cloud computing which uses as per the requirement of the user's need, and this end comprises of a lot of applications as well as the interface which helps you to access the cloud computing. जैसे कि आप जब internet access करते हो, so you need browser, so that is also some applications. Okay, and some companies having their own app to access this. Okay, वैसे आपका back end में है, so back end is a part which managed by the allotted authorities of the company, and their back and has a large storage facilities are there, number of virtual machine concepts is there, security system and servers. So they also engaged in traffic management along with the security management, कि आपका जो ट्रैफिक क्यों रहता है नॉर्मली रोड में, कि ज़्यादा जाम ना हो एंड ईच ऑफ द व्हीकल शुड बी मूव इन द करेक्ट डायरेक्शन, एक्सीडेंट का चांसेस ना हो, प्लस they will reach to the destination in proper time. Okay, so here also whenever we access the data, the data center handle it, our data, and the data should reach us very fast and in convenient way, and easily we can access our data. So that's the aim of this cloud. And here what happens, the security जो वो provide करता है, there are number of data centers are there, like here Pune, Maharashtra, एंड ये कोलकाता, सपोज मान लो कि हर जगह पे एक डाटा सेंटर है. ओके, और ये डाटा सेंटर में आपका जो डाटा रहता है एक्चुअली दैट इज मल्टीपल कॉपीज उसका रहता है. सो इफ एनी केस आपका अगर नेचुरल कैलेमिटी हुआ या फिर कोई डिसास्टर भी हुआ, सो दैट द डाटा जो आपको रहता है वो लॉस्ट ना हो. ओके, सो it's not physically कोई डिवाइस के ऊपर, that is not dependent, that's virtually present in the cloud. Okay, itself and the data center of this cloud. Okay, that manages your data. So here you can also learn that the basic components of cloud computing in a simple topology are divided into three parts, that is your that we say that is the basic components. Okay, जैसे कि आपका clients होता है and आपका data center and distributed ये. So here this client on the cloud computing architecture are said to be the exact same things that are plain old and everyday local area network. So they are typically the computers, means जो client होता है, any handheld device हो सकता है, आपका मोबाइल भी हो सकता है, पर्सनल कंप्यूटर हो सकता है, टैबलेट्स हो सकता है, लैपटॉप हो सकता है. ओके, so or PDS, all big drivers for cloud computing because of their mobility. So these clients are interacting with to manage their information on the cloud. Okay, and you know that we are accessing the cloud and as a rent, and we pay जितना कि हम लोग यूज करेंगे बस उतना के लिए हम लोग को उसके लिए पे करना है. Okay, and whatever data you keep there, you also check that whether my data is present or not. So here the client are interacting to manage their information on the cloud. Next, the data center. So data center is the collection of the servers where the application to which subscribed is housed और रखा गया रहता है. So it could be a large room हो सकता है या फिर basement of the building हो सकता है. So here we are using the virtualization concept. So यहाँ पे हम लोग जब virtualization का concept बोल रहे हैं, there is one physical server but half dozen virtual servers are running behind them. Okay, so इसीलिए ये लिखा गया है कि in this way you can have half a dozen virtual servers running on one physical server. Okay, so now come to distributed. Okay, distributed मतलब क्या है कि we are dividing our task or distributing our task to different systems. Okay, so the servers is a server placement in different location, but the servers don't have to be housed in the same location में नहीं रहता है. That's I say that there are different data centers and multiple copies of your data is present there, and offer servers are in geographically disparate locations. But to you, the cloud subscriber, these servers act as if they are humming away right next to each other. Okay, वैसे लगता है. So this another components of cloud computing is cloud applications, and this cloud computing in terms of software architecture, so that the user does not need to install or run any of the application on their system. Okay, you can see whenever you are using the cloud computing services, you just go to the online and you can do any kind of work here. Okay, like जैसे कि online आपका बहुत सारे applications है, बहुत सारे फैसिलिटी प्रोवाइड करता है. जैसे आपका Microsoft 360 है that you can do online to do app, to do आप कर सकते हो. मतलब आप मीटिंग रखे हो, स्केड्यूलिंग हो सकता है ऑनलाइन आप कर सकते हो क्लाउड के थ्रू से. आप क्या क्या करना है ये महीने उसका आप एक लिस्ट कर सकते हो. एंड दैट शुड बी स्पेशली दिस things are used in your business organizations जहाँ पे कि मीटिंग फिक्स होता है and it's not necessary to randomly कॉल देम एंड बोला जाए कि हर मेंबर को कि मीटिंग है बोल के. इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी. दे जस्ट सेंड अ मैसेज एंड keep it in the to-do list or scheduling list, so that कि other members of that company also see that कि अगर publicly ये है कि that और private members जो हैं वो कंपनी में बिलोंग करते हैं and who have the authorization to access that things, वो लोग वो देख सकते हैं कि कब मीटिंग है, कब रखा गया है, कहाँ पे रखा गया है. ओके, so here next thing here see cloud clients, a computer or a software specially designed for the use of the cloud computing based services. So this mobile Windows mobile Symbian thin client window terminal service, Cherry Pearl, thick client Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, anything. Okay, then आपका cloud services, there are various cloud services which is provided by the cloud, like integration, आइडेंटिटी, पेमेंट्स, मैपिंग सर्विस प्रोवाइड करता है जो गूगल मैप है, याहू मैप आप देख सकते हो. पेपल फॉर ऑनलाइन पेमेंट, गूगल चेकआउट, अमेजॉन सिंपल क्यू सर्विस प्रोवाइड करता है फॉर इंटीग्रेशन, आइडेंटिटी, ओपन आईडी, सम ऑथराइजेशन आईडी ये के लिए. एंड आपका क्लाउड एप्लीकेशंस, देयर आर पीयर टू पीयर एप्लीकेशन जैसे BitTorrent, VuTorrent में आप मूवीज या वीडियोस डाउनलोड करते हो. सो देयर आर ह्यूज अमाउंट ऑफ ए नंबर ऑफ links are provided there, and you can click on as per your need, and आपका जो एक्सेस करना है वही से आप डाउनलोड करते हो या देख सकते हो. सो दैट इज हम लोग बोलेंगे कि क्लाउड मतलब दैट्स अ रिसोर्स पूल. Then SCTI and others. So web applications, obviously it's well known term to you, that is your Facebook. Then software as a service, Google applications, Salesforce.com, and many other. So then cloud platform, service in the form of a cloud computing platform consists of hardware and infrastructure software. So this service is a service in the form of a computing platform which contains the infrastructure, hardware and the software. So usually these as an application certain business and your platform as a service and the application infrastructure is business. Like जैसे कि आपका web application framework है, you can develop your any of the application through the Python Django and Ruby on Rails .NET, web hosting property that is your post.com. Then you have cloud storage so that your data will be stored there, and they also keep the security and security concern बहुत रहता है कि वहाँ पे आपका डाटा कैसे सेव होके रहे. So it involves a process of storing the data as a service and database maintain करता है, network attached storage रहता है, that is your Nirvanix cloud NAS, mobile me, iDisk, the database are Google Big Table, Amazon Simple Database, then the cloud infrastructure. So it will be grid computing, that is Sun Grid, full virtualization concept, that examples are Go Grid, that type. Then compute के लिए Amazon Elastic cloud computing, that is your EC2. Now come to your cloud computing reference model. Okay, in your cloud computing reference model, you can see here first thing that we are discussing here, that is cloud infrastructure. So the cloud computing reference model is an abstract model that categorizes and standardizes the functions of a cloud computing environment by partitioning into different abstractions layers and the cross section layer. So here the abstraction layer consists of the 5 layers, that is your physical layers, and each having their entities. So here the physical layer, virtual layer, control layer, service orchestration layer and your service layer. So this is your compute. The entities present here in physical layer is compute, network, storage, virtual layer, virtualization software, virtual resources, resource pools. Control layer, control software, service orchestration layer, orchestration software, and in service layer, it has self-service portal and service catalog. Okay. Then the cross-section layer consists of 3 parts, that is your service management, business continuity, and security. Service management consists of the service portfolio management or service operation management, and in business continuity, it deals with the fault tolerance mechanism, replications, backup. Security, it provides you the security and GRC. Okay. So let us see, as I said that it divided into 5 layers, means the abstraction layer, or you can say that logical layer, and your cross section layer, that is your 3 layers. Okay, so here all the entities present here को हम लोग बोलेंगे कि it also describes the relationships among these entities, because each entities are present in different layers and how these entities are related with each other. What is the relationship between them? Because here each of the layer depends on each other for some work. Okay, and the business continuity and security function specifies the various activities and tasks and processes that are required to offer reliable and secure cloud services to the consumers. Service management and functions specifies various activities, tasks and process that enables the administration of the cloud infrastructure and service to meet the provider's business requirement and consumers expectations. Okay, and each of these layers having some of the activities and functions. So what it happens here, that this reference model groups the cloud computing functions. Each of the layers has different functions and activities. Group these cloud computing function and activities into 5 logical layers and 3 cross layer functions. Okay, So let us begin the physical layer. This is the foundation layer of the cloud infrastructure, which specifies different entities here, and the functions of this layer is executes request generated by the virtualization and control layer. So here the virtual layer is there and your control layer is there. So here you see that the physical layer is depend upon this virtual layer and control layer, and how these layers entities are related with each other because of that region, because it depends upon these two layers. Okay, next the virtual layer. This is the deployed on the physical layer, and the function of this virtual layer is the abstract physical resources and makes them appear as virtual resources. Means it enables a multi-tenant environment which executes the request generated by which layer, that is your control layer. Next, the control layer that is deployed either on the virtual layer or in the physical layer. Okay, so here what happens, that enables the resource configuration, resource pool configuration, and resource provisioning, and it executes the request generated by service layer, exposes resources to and supports the service layer, collaborates with the virtualization software and enables resource pooling and creating virtual resources, and also dynamically allocated or allocation and optimization of utilization of the resources. Means how they dynamically allocate the resource. Okay, so that better utilization of the resource can be possible. Then service orchestration layer, which specifies the entities that operate at this layer, that is orchestration software, and the function of this layer is it provides the workflows for executing automated tasks. Okay, the task which is automatically done, so it's executing automated tasks and it interacts with various entities to invoke the provisioning task. Okay, provisioning tasks. Okay, then come to your service layer. So here the consumers interact and consume cloud service resources via those layers. Okay, and here what happens, that it specifies the entities that operate at this layer, that is your service catalog and service self-service portal. So functions of this layer, service layer, is stores the information about the cloud service in service catalog and present them to the consumers. Okay, so there is a catalog they maintain and it present to the consumer, and accordingly consumer choose it. So enables the consumers to access and manage cloud services via a self-service portal. Okay, that present there. Now come to cross layer function. Cross layer function consists of business continuity, security, and service management. So this business continuity specifies the adoption of proactive and reactive measures taken here to mitigate the impact of the downtime, because you know in the business there is some downfall also there, and declination happens. Okay, so enables ensuring the availability of the services in line with a service level agreement. Okay, so and it supports all the layers to provide uninterrupted services. So it provides these all layers to uh, do their task efficiently, and they will provide you better output. Okay. Then security, which specifies the adoption of administrative mechanism, that is your security and personal policies, standard procedures to direct safe execution of operation. And it also provides the technical mechanism, that is your firewall protection, intrusion detection and prevention the system, and provides you the antivirus facility so that your system is virus free, will be virus free, and it also provides you the security from some malware and threat attacks and virus attacks. Okay, it deploys security mechanism to meet GRC requirement, and it also support all the layers to provide secure services. Then come to service management. This specifies the adoption of activities which is related to service portfolio management and service operation management. So this service portfolio management में क्या होता है ना, it defines the service roadmap, service features and service levels, and it access and prioritize where investment across the service portfolio are most needed, and is also establishing the budgeting and pricing about the task. It deals with the consumers in supporting activities such as your orders, which is taken from the consumer, processing the bills and also collecting the payments. In service operation management, it enables the infrastructure configuration and resource provisioning. It enables problem resolution, also enables the capacity and availability of the management. It enables the compliance, conformance. It enables monitoring cloud services and their constituent elements present there. Then come to the service model, that is your software as a service, platform as a service, as well as infrastructure as a service. And there's another point, that is the Wave 2.0 interface. So this software as a service, that is the end user application through which we are connected with, we are accessing the cloud, and through which we are connected to the internet and access the resources. Okay. And here we can say that end user application, whether it is a Facebook, Google Docs, or whatever. Okay. And your Flickr, Salesforce, they are the software as a service. Means in general, अगर हम लोग बोला जाए, that is the application. So this end user applications, scientific applications, office automations, photo editing software, CRM, and social networking, that is a part of the software as a service platform. It provides you the runtime and the environment for any of the application with whatever you are developing here, to provide you the environment to run it, test it, and then after you learn that software, launch that software. Okay. So development and data processing platform, its examples are Windows Azure, Hadoop Network, Google App Engine, Anika. Okay. Then infrastructure. Some virtualized servers are there. It provides you the storage and networking facility, so that आप जो भी यहाँ पे जैसे application run किए, application develop किए, so you have to store that things here. स्टोरेज फैसिलिटी एंड नेटवर्किंग फैसिलिटी देगा, ताकि आप अपना जो भी सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलप किए हो, एप्लीकेशन डेवलप किए हो, उसको क्या करो, टेस्ट करो फर्स्ट, एंड सी द result, and if you got the better result, then finally you will launch it in the internet. Okay. So examples are Amazon EC2, the simple storage service, right scale, vCloud. Okay, so these things. Then come to Web 2.0 is the term used to describe a variety of websites and applications that allow anyone to create and share online information or material they have created. So this is the key element of the technology which allows people to create, share, collaborate and communicate. Now come to 5 deployment model of the cloud computing, that is a public, private, then आपका community, hybrid, and another one is a virtual private cloud computing. So deploying to the cloud provides organization with flexible and scalable virtual computing resources. So this cloud computing model is a type of architecture a cloud system is implemented on. Here, see, first your public cloud, like your internet. You are accessing the internet. All of you are accessing the internet freely. Okay. So first thing that there is internet service provider, and internet service provider को आप पे करते हो कुछ पैसा, then आप क्या करते हो, then you accessing the net. उसी तरह से the public cloud model is most widely used cloud services. And this cloud type is a popular option for web application, and you can share your file and so non-sensitive data storage. So this service provider owns and operates all the hardware needed to run a public cloud, which provides to keep devices in massive data centers. These public cloud delivery models play a vital role in development and also in testing. Developers often use this public cloud infrastructure for development and testing purpose. And here, it's a virtual environment is very cheap and can be configured easily and deployed quickly and making it perfect for test environment. Okay, so here you can see this is the public cloud, and this is the cloud provider's data center, and you access to the internet. Okay, so computers that handle access, company, a public user, company B, number of companies are there who are accessing that cloud, public cloud, users who access the cloud from within the perimeter, some optional subscriber based perimeters are there. So here it provides the application server, platform server, scalable hardware, servers, computing servers, and storage services it provides. Okay. Then private cloud, whereas a public model is available to anyone, a private cloud belongs to some specific organization. Like if you have different institution, and in whole world there are different companies are there, and they every day they produce some product and deliver it in the market. Okay, so that organization controls the system and manages it in a centralized fashion. While a third party can host a private cloud server, most companies choose to keep the hardware in their own premises data center. So from there, an in-house team can oversee and manage everything, not other people rather than the private member. So the private cloud deployment model is also known as the internet or corporate model बोला जा सकता है. So this is the private cloud, and the boundary perimeter is there. So here the owner's data center, database, legacy system, hardware, applications, the app, and the access control is the new and the third party users, so that कि अगर दूसरा कोई access करना चाहे, so there are some access control mechanisms are there. So here users who access the cloud from within the perimeter, this perimeter अंदर में जो भी वो डाटा यूज करेगा, that they are the private member and they are using this private cloud. Okay, so here the public users अगर हैं तो block the access. Okay, अगर new and third party users are there that are managed by some access control mechanism. Then virtual private cloud. So virtual private cloud, customers have exclusive access to a segment of public cloud, and this development is a compromise between the private and public model in terms of price and also in features. So here you can see the virtual private cloud is the public cloud, and a private segment of the public cloud. This is the private segment of the public cloud, that is the VPN. And this is the internet that is used by public users, company, different numbers of companies are there. But here the private segment of this public cloud, this VPN. So VPN clients, here the application services are there, platform services, computing services, storage services are there. So here, the access to a virtual private platform is typically given through a secure connection, that is your VPN. Access can also be restricted by the user's physical location by employing firewalls and IP address whitelisting. Okay, so you can also learn these things from your net. Okay. Next, come to community cloud. This community cloud deployment model operates as a public cloud, and the difference is that this system only allows access to a specific group of users with shared interest and use cases. Okay, so like here in college you have different like, branches are there, IT, civil, and your what mechanical. Okay, but if I tell the name of, or if I am talking about the institution, then I can say that that is a community, and in that community there are some specific group. जैसे कि आपका ETC IT ये सारा एक एक group कर दो, तो that is group and that is the community. Okay, so this type of cloud architecture can be hosted on premises as a peer organization or by third-party providers. A combination of all three is also an option. Okay, here you can see community cloud applications, server storage here, verified users asking to access shared cloud resources. Different organizations are there here. So these are a group. Okay, these are a one group, some specific group, and shared protocol, different protocols and rules, and shared some of the policies. Okay, so that they access the cloud service, and computers that handle the access. There are hardware stored on premises at a peer company or at a third party providers. Hybrid cloud is the combination of all of them, and every model within a hybrid is separate system, but they are all a part of same architecture. Okay, so here you can see the hybrid cloud. This is the combination of this private, public, and your virtual cloud also. So this private cloud hosting core applications, the public cloud also. Here you can see private cloud hosting sensitive data also, and this public cloud hosting the non-core applications. Here, access control mechanisms means all users can access it. If it's public, then all users can access it. Traditional system, that is the non-cloud, is there. So this is the comparison of the cloud deployment model that you can see. I will share you. Okay, so how to choose between the cloud deployment models? To choose the best cloud deployment models for your company, start by defining your requirements. कि आपको क्या क्या चाहिए. So first, you know that the cloud has different characteristics. The cloud computing service has different characteristics on demand, scalability, and elasticity, multi-tenancy, and obviously it reduces the cost, maintenance cost. So scalability is your user activity doing. Does your system run into sudden spikes in demand? That question. Easy of use अगर बोला जाए तो how skilled in your team is, and how much time and money are you willing to invest in staff training that you mentioned. Then privacy, are there strict privacy rules surrounding the data you collect. Then according to security, do you store any sensitive data that does not belong on a public server? How much cost may, how much resources can you spend on your cloud solution, and how much capital can you pay upfront? In flexibility, how flexible or rigid are your computing, processing, and storage needs? Compliance, are there any notable laws of regulation in your country or industry? So, do you need adhere to compliance standards? Okay, so these things you have to keep in your mind, and in that way, and according to these things, you can choose which is better for you. Okay, for today, this much.